Yo, we back, y'all, in the kitchen with Lady T and Chef Dennis. Yo, we back, y'all. I know y'all probably was wondering where we been, but was on vacation. We was relaxing and chilling, man. San Antonio was great. That's right. Food was great. The people was great. And listen, man, I'm telling you right now, if you ain't been to Texas, if you ain't been to San Antonio, you got to go out to San Antonio, man. San Antonio is what's up, man. Listen. So before we get into the topic, though, listen, guys, check this out. Listen, I was down there in San Antonio, right? And when I tell you, I seen one McDonald's, one. No Kentucky Fried Chicken, no Popeyes, no Five Guys, straight one McDonald's, no Burger King. I was like, wow. So, their biggest thing was they had this burger spot. It's called Whataburger. That was their biggest thing. That was the most popular thing down there. Everything else is mom and pops. It was a lot of Mexican restaurants. The food was great, fresh. Everything about it was just fresh. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a ginger ale drinker. Listen, I don't like Canada Dry. So that's all they had down there. They loved their Coke and Pepsi products. It was they had a little section Canada Dry ginger ale. I was like, oh man, I'm all discombobulated. I'm like, so I do not drink. I don't like drinking dark soda. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to drink like a lemonade and orange mixed together or something. That's what I was drinking, and water. Other than that, I wasn't really drinking. I do not like Canada Dry. So I was kind of upset about that, but the food was lovely. The atmosphere. You always go down there to the river walk. That was lovely. Got in a little boat, rode the whole little river. It was great. Nightlife is lovely. We didn't do a lot of action on the nightlife. We just did a lot of romantic type things, me and the wifey. So that was the good thing. We did a lot of rest. I guess God said we need rest. So we did a lot. Listen, we did a lot of resting, but we did a lot of outing too. We was just out all the time. We slept most of the day because it was an hour behind. So by the time we got up for the day, it was like 10 o'clock. But back home it's by 11 o'clock. So it was kind of like threw us off and everything. So, but it was all good though. It was lovely. We loved it. Like I said, it was a lovely time. Next stop is California. We're going to a wedding and we are going to have a blast. I got to set that up. I'm getting ready to get these tickets up for that. We definitely going there. So no punchlines, no stops there. We straight going to Cali, baby. That's the next stop, man. Okay, I ain't been to Cali before. West Coast. Texas was like the Midwest. So I think they said it was Southwest, so it was a little different, but man, I loved it. I loved every bit of it, man.
Good.
So now we are back here to guys. Listen. I thought about you guys. I was like, I should go live. I was like, no, wifey ain't going. She's like, oh, relax. You gotta give us some time. So I was like,
that's
okay.
right.
That's right. I was missing y'all guys, man. I missed this conversation.
You just like talking. That's what it is.
Hold on. I miss you guys.
You ain't hear what I said?
Huh?
I said you just like talking. That's what it is.
Hold on.
You can't multitask. But okay, I'm gonna talk about me. Okay, me.
No, I hear you. What you say?
Week, yeah, I've had a good relaxing week.
No, what you say? I'm listening.
Travel. I'm just it was home getting a lot of stuff.
Go ahead. Let me go get it, girl.
So it was good. My week was good. I had a good vacation.
Let me know what you did while I was gone.
I know you make it about you, and then you be stopping. We got dead silent. So I was like, I took the opportunity. So
But tell everybody the good news. Look, don't act like you want the look. You can share that.
News? Oh, okay. Oh, the good news is I am excited that I finally got my floors. All my floors are done. So I'm happy. I am happy, y'all. My floors is done. I'm feeling good. I can go in the rest of the year knowing I've accomplished a lot, and I'm so thankful. So it's a happy feel. Yeah, I'm happy. That's what it is. Yeah. But I don't
Okay.
be telling everybody. You wasn't supposed to be bringing it up.
I mean,
But I
that's a
had to
good.
say
Oh,
it.
listen, you do
Yes, I know. But
you
you know,
doing good thing. That's a real good thing.
I like to keep it between, sometimes
I
you
was
just
excited. I was
I know, right? You get excited,
yeah, I was excited for it.
easily. You can, anything. You just one of those guys. It's a good thing. Very good. You're like a
Yeah.
kid with a whole
Sometimes
bunch
yeah,
of
like a
toys.
big kid. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's a good
Yep.
innocence
That's
to
what it
have.
is.
You got to keep the innocence.
Look, that's how. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Yeah.
you
But
you really
yeah,
are
it was
delayed. Yeah,
uh,
you're delayed.
yeah, it's
Are
no,
you
I
doing
know,
something?
yeah, it's like that. I don't know,
Okay.
huh?
I just
No,
wondered if you're doing
what you doing for
something.
Thanksgiving?
I
What you
was
doing for
just
Thanksgiving?
telling I was telling my girlfriend that I enjoy my new life where I am home and it's me and my grand dog, just us two. I don't do any cooking. I mean, I'll, make my meal, but it's like a regular day. I did the traveling to my daughters in California about 2 years ago, but now me and my grand dog, we have our ritual where we're together during Thanksgiving, and I don't go to people's houses. I don't, do a lot with my family. I have done that for years. So now I'm finally taking a break from it because I enjoy, my new life. My new life has, begun, and I'm trying to walk in it with a gratefulness that I am here by myself and enjoying it because this is my time. This is my time to be in a gratefulness in myself. I tell everybody, love yourself, get to know yourself, and I'm doing that. So I'm going to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I am not driving anywhere, y'all. I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna take him for his walks and get my
All right,
exercise.
you.
That's it. But yes, it'll be good. I know you're gonna
Look,
be
well
cooking.
then, since you, yeah, come on up to here, catch the train.
Oh
You want
no, no,
come
no, we're not doing
drive,
that.
catch the train.
4 days at home, just me. No,
Yeah.
no, thank you. I've had invites, but I say no, thank you. I don't do late invites either.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, without a further ado, we're gonna jump right in here. We're gonna jump on this topic. What is true evil? Woo! What is true evil, man? There's a lot going on in the world. True evil. What's going on? Lady T, what's true evil? What is truly evil? So what you think about that?
Okay. So I think when I think of this, I think of, okay, what is evil? Okay, I can look at it as a way of causing harm or, hurt, harm, destruction, destroy, I look at it as the opposite of empathy and compassion, right? Anything, because it could be. Now, my first thought, I was thinking death. If you're killing somebody, then I thought to myself, there are people out there that are soldiers that are, saying that they're having to kill for the country. So I'm like, we justify, we have a reason, a way of justifying certain things, because I immediately thought of when you kill somebody, because I feel like you're taking somebody's life, you have no authority to take anybody's life. So that's what I thought of. But then I looked at it as, is that evil? Because we justify it to say, when a person is in the army or, in battle. That's one thing. I came up with another one, deception. Now, I don't know if my order is right, but deception, where you are basically being very intentionally deceitful to get an outcome that is selfish or about yourself, where you just looking out for yourself. So I was thinking that. I think that's evil because you don't have any kind of care for another person. And then there was another one, but I can't. It's not coming to me. But I did have three, but I was thinking. But like again, everybody deceives. I deceive all the time. I tell you this all the time. I when I say things, I am underestimating and over exaggerating sometimes. And then I'll say, "Oh, it's just a joke," because that's what we do. That's our justification for telling something that's not true. And then we're sitting up here justifying and saying, "Oh, you had to laugh at it because it was a joke, right?" So we're all doing the deception thing. So is that evil? Of course, you're going to tell me, oh, there's levels to this, right? If you're really truly harming somebody, if you're really, hurting them and putting them in the destructive, suffering phase, but, I look at it as, is it evil if you accept it? Like, that it's not for you, you shouldn't have it because it's not good for you. Then if you're doing it and you continuously get it in return all the time, then you're doing it to yourself. That was a rant. Okay. So my point is, I don't really know what is evil. I don't really know, just because of the fact that we have a very thin line.
Hi.
Hi. She's here.
Hey, oh, look who we got. She finally made it. She made it, guys. Our lovely guest, Freddie, is back, y'all. This is a returning guest, guys. Yeah, look at her smile. Give us that beautiful smile. Let us see that smile.
My name is Mama Kibwe. Like, you confused about what my name is. Like, my name is Mama Kibwe.
Okay.
Mama Kibwe. All righty, Lady T.
Mama Kibwe.
You in B more?
I'm in DC. See, you don't got nothing right.
Mama Kibwe. All right, Mama Kibwe is in the building, y'all. Mama Kibwe. This is new to me. I'm so sorry. I got to get used to that. Is that what you like to be called, Kibwe?
No, that is not what I like to be
called. How you pronounce that?
That is how I'm addressed in community. My name is Mama Kibwe.
Mama Kibwe.
Hi.
Hello.
So what do that mean? So since you what do that mean?
I love Lady T because my invitations just started coming with Kibwe on them. They come. Okay. You sent them.
Yes, I know what you said. I thought you've been doing it, so.
No, I have. He just.
Okay.
Can you tell us what that means?
Huh?
Can you tell us what that means? Can you tell what that means, Kibwe?
So that is
Mama Kibwe.
So
Mama.
Kibwe, yes. So Mama Kibwe is my African name, and that is how I am addressed in community by the children and the other mamas and babas in community. Kibwe is my son's first name. So in traditional African culture, your children, you carry the name of your children, and that's how people know that you are their parent. So my son's name is Kibwe, which is why I have the honor of being Mama Kibwe.
Okay, I love it.
So my name, just so you know, my name is Ajawa, and Ajawa means born on a Monday, which it will tell you a whole lot of other different characteristics about this wonderful spirit and soul that God gave me. And it would tell you, you would read it and you would be like, oh, wow, that is her. But you would say that's Freddie. But that is Ajawa, born on a Monday.
Hold on. Mama Kibwe, are you from Africa?
Yabo, I am. We all
Mama
are from
Kibwe,
Africa. I am a
Africa?
descendant of Africa. Oh. I am one who has been spreaded amongst the ocean, and here is another land which we are part of all things. So yes, I am a descendant of my ancestors who are Africans. Yes, Yabo in Swahili. Yabo Baba.
Okay.
So how did you derive with with that name. So, are you educated with that name? So how did you get that name? How did you come up with that name?
So how did I get that name? That name was given to me from the elders in the community.
Did you have to go through like an initiation type of thing?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's what I thought. I like those type of, I like those because I mean, if you think about it,
wow.
there is understanding that you get that can only be given if you're initiated, if you're brought into it, and you're taught the right way.
I'm gonna be transparent in this. This is gonna be a farmhouse thing. So this initiation that I received, Chef Dennis, your grandmother led me to this initiation, okay? Because when I was a little girl, your grandmother initiated me into this. Even though she was as holy and spiritual as she was as a Christian woman, there were many things that she taught me. There were many times she healed me. It was many things she did which had led me upon this journey of furthering in my initiation. But she labeled it as Christianity, but there were many things that she was practicing and which she did in her spirituality, an amazing woman that she was, because she was a revolutionary herself. But go ahead.
Yeah, you are learning a lot, aren't you? A lot of things that
since you put that so elegantly. Yeah. Oh,
he's on delay. Yeah, he look. Let me tell you, he's on a delay, so he doesn't hear us exactly as we're talking. Okay, I just want to put that out there. So we got to give him a couple seconds. He'll come if we're trying to get him to talk. Okay, he heard it now.
Thing, bro.
So now he's figuring it out. But yes,
hold on.
I think that that's a beautiful thing. You are initiated in it. Are you still being initiated? I don't know what the right term to say. Are you still is this a schooling type of thing that you're always going to be in? You're going to be involved in daily?
This is going to be a life journey. I am always going to be going through further initiations as I tap more into myself and I further accept the calling and the purpose in which I was put here to do in earth. When we talk about unlearning ourselves to become the spiritual beings and walk this path in which we were chosen to walk, this body is nothing more than a car. Most people know a car. You get in your car and it takes you to destination. Well, this is a car. This is a KA. So this is something that is given to us temporarily to transport our soul. And it is what we do on this earth, in this realm, within this body, which will not last forever. So yes, I will constantly evolve the more that I'm able to understand, unlearn, and come to self.
Unlearn. That's very important because I'm unlearning a lot too.
And all things will be added unto you.
Mm-hmm. So, Chef.
So you see the topic is what is true. Yes, go ahead.
Nope. Wanted to give it to you. Go ahead, Chef.
Go ahead. What do you want to say, Lady T?
Nope, I was giving it to you.
Mama Keyway, what is truly evil? What is truly evil?
I just want you to know that we all have different levels of frequency and we all have different levels of vibration. We all have different levels of understanding. We all have different levels of perceptions. What is the true definition of evil? I will tell you that I cannot tell you what the true definition of evil is at this moment, but I can look it up for you because this would have to be evaluated in a numerological way. What does these letters add up to? Because numbers don't lie, okay? But what I will say is it's all about your perception. As above, so below. We are all things. And is there really a good and bad? Is there really a good and bad? There's a polarity to everything.
Is it so you said, is there, you asked the question, is it good or bad? Is that a question you were asking us?
That was a trick question. that was a trick question.
Because I got the answer for you.
That was one of those.
I have the answer for you.
We're gonna translate that into a parable. We're gonna say it is whatever you are able to unlock within yourself. Just like when you open your Bible, it's whatever the scripture speaks to you. So this is, most things are in translation and understanding. So what you view as evil may not be what I view as evil. So what is truly evil? Evil is a vibration, and it is a frequency, and it can be defined as a number. But go ahead.
Okay, let me tell you what I said before Chef starts talking.
Okay. So you do know there are.
Okay, I'm gonna tell her what I said, Chef, real quick. Okay, I basically said, I kind of agree with what is evil, the question of what is evil, because I look at it as, I thought of, the first thing I thought of was killing someone, right? Because you don't have the right to take somebody's life, immediately killing somebody. But then I was like, you know what? But we justify it by going to war and saying we're fighting for our country, our family, or we're in a situation where you have to protect your family and you have no other choice. There are so many different situations. So then I was like, okay, then what about deception? So I was like, no, you can't say deception, because I am deceptive when I say things, over exaggerate, underestimate. And then I'll be like, oh, that was a joke. And we joke about it. It's a deception, but it's still a joke, right? So what is really evil is a very good question. And I kind of look at it like we're sitting up here, justifying ourselves, and everybody's opinion comes in. But I do think that it has a lot to do with if you are intentionally harming somebody, or you are doing the lack of compassion and empathy for your fellow person, who is a reflection of you. So that's what I consider is truly evil. If you are intentionally trying to harm and destroy, somebody. And that's what I can really say that is evil. Just because, like, just say you had it in your mind, I want to kill that son of a gun and I'm going to get him. That's intentional. You really, that is like your brain is saying that you should go out and take a life. But of course, it's all justified. You can read about it in history, how it was justified. So that was what I said. So, okay, Chef, your turn. I wanted her to hear my part.
I just want to say that everything that you said, that's where the thin line is. It comes down to perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Well, here's some information that I want to share. Say that again. What she said?
It comes down to what she said.
What she said?
What she said.
Jesus Christ.
What she said, my response was, it comes down to perception. And so, yes, people go to war because they perceive they have the right. People justify and they take lives because they perceive they have the right. Yeah. It is entitlement. The key thing to what she said was judgment. But if you think about all of what we have learned, we don't have the authorization and the right to have judgment.
But we do, don't we? We all have judgment. That is the worst. I mean, I'm trying my best to not be so judgmental, but I see it. And I'm like, just, and I try to look at it like have some compassion and empathy and bring it in somehow. But we judge all the time because we know if we see somebody that looks like they about to come up and, run up on us, we know what to do. because that's judging it. We have to judge, but it's the way we judge, how the judgment part works. When you judge somebody else, when you judge somebody that you didn't walk in their shoes and you don't know nothing about them, you don't know their story, and then you want to make up your own story and say that that is the truth. Please.
And that is associated with fear.
Yes, it is.
Fear from accepting the versions of yourself that you will not allow, the versions of yourself that you will not explore, and the versions of yourself that you will not accept, the versions of yourself that you choose not to forgive. And a lot of times fear turns into judgment, because the judgment is created to give you the security of feeling better because of the lack of accountability that we want to take when it comes to accepting our fear, dealing with our fear, acknowledging our fear.
Amen. So true. It's so funny you said something about the numbers, numerology. That was what I heard you say, right? Because that is something that we're not taught as when growing up, about how numbers really matter. Mathematicians, they're very knowledgeable on the secrets, because geometry, math, all those things matter in our world that we are ignorant about, and we truly do not have understanding because of that ignorance. But I like that you mentioned the numerology of the word. So I'm going to look into that too, because now you got me wanting to look into it, because that's very important. We do need to get back into the secrets, because there are secrets about, life that we are told not to explore. And yet that's not how God wanted us to be. We ate the apple, y'all. We ate the apple. Go get your knowledge now. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop.
So the most beautiful thing about it is, so I am an artist amongst a lot of other things. But numbers are involved in everything. They are involved in planting. They are involved in the creation. They are involved in the house that you have, the car that you have, the phone that you have, the frequency that you have, this financial currency that you have. And so that is something that we were exempt from. And that is also something that we were told in many other layers, as you pull them back, to not be scholars in. And so that once you get to understand numbers, that changes your life. And so I live in between realms. And so with that being said, is what was one of the main things that was important to me? So I wasn't good at math, and I am in the financial field. I do budget. That's what I do. People can't do anything within their vision and what they want to do in running their programs if they don't come to me. Everything is backed on numbers. Being an artist, I was very creative, very expressive. But I was like, I'm going to have to learn the number side of it. And I mean that when it comes to farming as well. I apply that to everything. And so once you know that, that's the certainty, because you are sure, because numbers don't lie. People do. Numbers do not lie. People do. So if you do not feel comfortable and are not educated in your numbers, in your money, in your currency, I would encourage you to stop being afraid of it, because numbers do not lie, and it is easier than it appears. But there has been a huge fear pushed on us when it comes to that. And so we do not trust ourselves. Now I'm talking, when I'm translating this on a basic level, but I mean this from the depths of my heart. You know what I'm saying? So once you learn the numbers, life gets easier. You know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, but then again, you first have to know that you're being deceived, though. And a lot of people don't know that until you get to the place of understanding that deception. And that's what I say could truly be the evil part. Like I look at killing as first and then deception, because we've been lied to. We have been deceived. They've been hiding stuff. They've really been keeping truths. And honestly, I could see it as, back in the ancient times, there was all about teachings, mystical schools, right? So you had to be a person that was worthy to go into those type of schools and be taught these things. So I'm learning a lot, but it's truly a big part of our humanity that have lack of understanding, and we've been deceptive, been deceived, and the deceptive world has had a grip on us, and trying to talk these talks can be unsettling for some people. It can, really rattle some feathers when we talk about certain things that, are told you are not to do, So it's just something that everybody has to get over. It's like you're basically going to be the snake and you're going to shed your skin. It doesn't happen overnight. It does take time, but you're going to shed some skin because the new way is coming, and it cannot be hidden no more because truth is coming. It's coming. It's already there. It's being revealed to a lot of people and they know it.
So if you guys know, we are leaving Scorpio season. That was the time for transformation. And we are now in Sagittarius season. And that Archer, that man who has horse legs, is running through the wilderness to shoot your desires and your dreams to the stars. So, yes, there is a lot of rebirthing that has to take place. Yep. But people are fearful of letting go of what they know, and what they already know is harmful to them, accepting the miseducation, not being able to release the bondage in their tradition.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Chef?
I'm just waiting for y'all to finish. Y'all just going away. I just want to chime in. Can I hit the bell now? Ding, ding, ding. Let me hit the bell. I just want to drop some jewels on you real quick. Evil is the absence of good. I'm going to say that again. Evil is the absence of good.
So my response to that is,
you
are you done? Are you done?
I'm just asking you. Evil is the absence of good, right? Would you agree to that?
It is the opposite of good. It is the opposite. Yes.
You wouldn't say opposite, but it's the, you can say opposite, but it's the absence of good. Evil, wickedness, wrong morals, immoral, sinful, ungodly, unclean, foul, corrupt, sinister, malice, dishonorable, demonic and devilish, and shady. Now, God created both, right? So we would have the choice of having free will. God created evil and good, and the evil part is the devil, right? So if God did not allow evil to be possible, then mankind would just have to serve God for an obligation and not a choice. So evil is real. You have a choice to do evil things versus godly things. You have a choice to do those things. There are evil spirits. Those evil spirits they are not connected to godly spirits. They're not connected. They cannot be connected. That's why it's evil and it's wicked. God don't hang with the unclean and wicked.
I disagree with
So
that.
I just because hold on. You did say deceive, right? So when you deceiving somebody, right, you doing something ungodly. You misleading somebody from doing something that's positive or good. It's deception. That's ungodly.
But if heaven was hell and vice versa. Sorry.
Go ahead. What you want to say? You want? I'm just I'm just saying. What you want to say? Look, that's.
I just heard Pastor Troy. That's all. Go ahead.
Huh?
We good.
Pastor Troy.
If heaven was hell and vice versa.
There are devices that the enemy uses, the demonic spirits use. There are devices.
They're called
the
cars.
same thing.
They're called cars. They're called cars. They don't use
no,
devices.
not cars.
They cars.
Not,
They
device.
K-A.
They use people. They don't use devices. Let's cut the devices out. They do use devices and programming information for humans to use in this new generation and this new realm and this new time. But they are
created by
but
created by people.
Hold on. Is the TV a device? Is a TV a device? Is a cell phone a device? Those are devices that can corrupt your brain. Correction. Okay.
Yes,
so those are devices that you will be using that can corrupt your mind, that can misguide you.
Say amen. Hallelujah.
No, don't say amen. Stop. Don't. No. You know I'm telling truth on facts. That's not opinion.
I agree.
That's not because I say it.
I agree.
Oh, okay. Because don't let me.
Those aren't.
Hey.
No, I'm just letting you know. I just want. Hold on. Let me. I thought I heard you say that demonic spirits use devices, and so I was saying that demonic spirits use bodies, and so demonic spirits are using bodies to create programmers who are programming devices that other bodies are using that is allowing them access to their while they're already in their lower frequency to accept demonic spirits. That's all.
So how do you feel about that, Chef?
How
do you feel about that?
It's spiritual. That's all very well spiritual. So it's spiritual. That there are evil spirits, there are good spirits, and it only depends on the individual that will allow those spirits to come into their body. That's what she's basically saying. Their body, their temple. And if you're weak-minded, then you can easily be deceived, easily be tricked, easily be beguiled. So if you're not strong spiritually, yes, you can be easily beguiled. Those spirits that's trying to use and manipulate your mind, yes, you can be easily beguiled by those other evil spirits, and that's the company that you keep. If you think about that, the company that you keep, and those spirits that's dwelling in those other people's can very well jump on you as well.
But everybody has to go through
you
something.
You're looking like you got.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Everybody has to go through what you and I or anybody else would look at as evil, because that is the growth in the journey. You have to experience some type of good and evil. That's life. You don't have a real choice. Let me say it like this. If you think that telling somebody, let me tell you this. If you think that telling somebody over and over again, do it this way, all the time for every single thing, and they're going to do everything that you tell them to do, that's ludicrous. That's ludicrous. You have to know there's going to be times that people will do what they want, and they will have to deal with some form of evil, what you gave that characteristics of what evil is.
here we are three parents. We are all three of us are parents, right? So I can tell you, because I know you ladies, right? We didn't as growing up, right? And then we had our children, we didn't conquer disobedience. So what was our children going to be disobedient? Yes, because that's in our natural DNA to be disobedient. So guess what? Our kids are naturally going to be disobedient. But if you was not a child that was disobedient and you had children, right? Your children would not come out to be disobedient. That's not something that just every person has to go through. It depends on the individual. It depends on the parents. Because guess what? You were disobedient. Mama Kiwe was disobedient, right? So guess what? Our children will be disobedient because guess what? It's in them to be disobedient. You said no, that's not true.
No.
Huh?
I mean, I don't know where you get this from. You're talking about it as a generational curse, what you just said. But think of it this way.
No,
you are a person, you will walk out to the world. That's what it's world. You walk into the world, you are going to have people that confront you in evil ways. You cannot get away from it. Doesn't matter how your upbringing was, you're gonna have ugly, evil people in your life, and you will have to confront it. Everybody goes through it. That's why I say we have our own journey in dealing with evil, and our own journey makes us the person that we are based on that behavior of how we deal with evil. Because everybody's going to go. It doesn't matter what your family taught you. Once you get out on them
streets, amazing at home, but you went outside. You might have the most great nurturing safety within your haven of where you have been born, but you went out in the street and you might have had to kill. Because you had to protect your family. You had to kill because somebody was going to test and try you. These are reasons why. But before we get off of good and evil, as above, so below. We're talking about the sky, the ocean. We're talking about light, and we're talking about darkness. We're talking about all opposites. We're talking about woman. We're talking about man. You know what I'm saying? So you cannot get away from either side of those things. And so basically what she's saying is you can't just live a path of good. And so I just want you to know, you got heaven, you got hell. You see what I'm saying? And when we talk about these spirits, you have the choice in most cases, but you don't have the choice because all of these things were added unto you. You can be mean as hell and you can be giving when you go out in public. You can be good and you can be bad. This is all about mastering self. It is a choice of what you choose to be. It is what you view and you value in your perception. So is there really a right or wrong?
Choice.
You have the choice.
Yes, it is. You choice. You have a choice. So that's the key to it. Having a choice. But guess what? Everybody that has breath knows right from wrong. They have a choice to whether they're going to do right.
Everybody does.
You have everybody.
Right from wrong. No, they don't, because this comes down to perception. So this is a judgment thing. So okay, I'll give you an example. So when I started working for a group of men.
Yeah, please do.
When I started working for a group of men,
please do.
You know, I used to come in the office, I used to talk to my supervisor, and I used to hang up on them. And so I went in the office one I had been working there for years. And so he was like, yeah. I had moved out of the office that they were in, but I still work for him. So, you know, I hang up on him. I didn't know I was being rude. I didn't know I was hanging up on him. My mother never taught me to say goodbye. I don't know. My mother don't say bye to people. She hang up. She say, all right. And once you say, all right, that's
all right, it's over. Right. I get it.
Yep. So I did not know that I was being rude. I did not know I was being wrong. I did not know that there was a perception that I was being disrespectful. And so I had to humble myself to invite myself into the culture of workplace and understand that my upbringing, even though it was loving, good, kind, and my mother is give love, that in this office, that perception of that's disrespectful and rude, and she's hanging up on me. And so I had to change the way that I was moving. I meant nothing by it. It was just how I got off the phone.
Yeah. I like that. That was a good example. Very, very good. But that's so true, though. You know, people do not know.
You just made the point valid. You just made the point. You just said that your moms did one thing. You saw that.
At home, it ain't wrong. At home, you don't say bye.
Good. Finish it.
At home, you don't say bye. You hang up. All right, Mom. Hang up. Everything Gucci. That's home base. It ain't no problems. Everything is well. So, in all of that we talking about, and the most important thing that I don't want to forget to leave everybody with this word, it's about co-creation. It's about co-creating with other people and seeking to understand all of who they are. And many of us use this word in whether we're working with other people or if we're married to other people. It is about co-creating and existing together. And sometimes we leave our mark to meet the mark in the middle. And so, yes, this is great at home. We hanging up on people at home. We ain't saying bye at home.
No, y'all say all right.
All right, and we good. We talk about what we came to talk about, and we don't say bye because we don't want to say bye until it's time to die. And so that is a love language at home. It is nothing wrong with that. But moving out in the world is viewed as wrong and disrespectful. But at home, goddamn it, it's right.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
What are we going to do? We're going to try to co-create. We're going to try to now join the two perceptions, and we're going to try to unite in a respectful way.
I love that. Aw. Wouldn't that be great if we did that, though? It would be so great. But we have a lot of judgmental people still in the world, so, you know. and when you have judgmental people,
what be so great?
To have that, what she just said.
She made it sure. The worst ethic.
Did you hear him?
What she did was made a choice that, you know what, now I'm in a workplace. It calls for a different perspective. You heard what I said?
Yes.
It calls
now
for
I
a
did.
different perspective. It calls for courteous, polite. You understand what I'm saying? So guess what?
But you understand what she's saying.
Change.
But you understand.
It's about,
you understand her point, though.
Because guess what? That's what was taught.
Okay. And you understand that everybody knows it's right and wrong.
If it's improper, it's improper.
Mm-hmm. But not everybody knows when it's right or wrong. Okay.
What made her think? What made her think? Look, what made her think it was wrong? She learned that. Wait a minute. This is not right. So you know what? Let me make a change. Let me make adjustment.
I don't think it's wrong.
You gotta send me your email. I'll bring you in.
I want you to understand.
Huh?
I want to make sure that we're very clear.
So let's stay right there then. Let's stay right there. You don't think it's wrong?
No, I do not. And so this is what you need to understand. And so when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. So this is talking about how you're able to transform and how you're shifting yourself from your original state. So no, I do not think that is wrong. Now, when I'm at home, do I hang up on my mother? Absolutely. And does my mother hang up on me? Absolutely. When I go to work, I have a courtesy to be mindful. So I'm going to tell you this. I had the beautiful honor when we talk about this path and this journey of being a mortician. Being a mortician, you are gifted with the obligation and the service of providing customer services to people who need to send their family off into the earth realm to be planted, that their spirits can travel this earth for the many years, well, wherever they travel, the stars. There is no judgment. And when I service all these people from different religious backgrounds, I respectfully honor their traditions, their values, who they are, how they want to be addressed within a culture, understanding, and respect, because they do not have to do things within my perception in which I was raised. And that's why I'm great at my job. And that's why I'm great at understanding people. We shall seek to understand people and not judge them. And so, no different than when I'm in community, people respect me and they call me Mama Kibwe or Ajua because they understand who I am. Because I'm a part of your family, you call me Freddie because that is who you know me as, Screaming Farmhouse. When I go home, they call me Freddie Mama because I am the spirit that is an old soul. So in these different layers of who I am, because I am many things and all things are me, it ain't bad that you call me Freddie. I just prefer for you not to.
Well, you know, it's gonna be tough for me. I'm gonna try to remember.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's what, ladies.
I'm trying.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just know you as little old Freddie.
So I just want you to know, you can call me that at home, but
yeah,
I'm old. Listen, I'm old.
Out in public, right?
But here's the thing. Let's go back to your grandmother. Let's go back to your grandfather.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
all due respect, she
back.
called him something else. But what do we call him when we call him Elder Power?
No.
We call him Elder Power. So when we go to church,
but what she call him? What she call my grandfather?
What I'm saying is, there's a time and a place for everything.
What she call him?
There's a time and place.
What she call him though? I'm trying to figure out what she call him. Yeah, what she call him? I want to know what she called him because what my grandmother called Elder Powder. What did she call him? I'm gonna keep 100 with you. I just want to know what she called him.
She's silent.
No,
right
tell
now.
me now. Because the only thing my grandmother called him, my grandmother called him Elder Powell every time.
I just want you to know. I just want you to know. Hallelujah. See, the thing about it is, that's what you know after the creation and after the grandchildren were created. But I got a grandmother too. Hallelujah. And they be outside, you know, in BC.
Good family, dude.
In BC.
I know it's family.
I'm not going to say what she called him.
Lord have mercy.
I'm not going to say what she called him, but what I can say is you have to understand, no different than me, they used to be outside before they was in the church. Before the doors of the church opened, they was outside. You understand? Right. And so, because we know them as minister and pastor and enlightened, that don't mean they wasn't outside. All right. Now, I ain't going to say.
Come on. Wasn't you outside? What? Wait a minute. Wasn't you outside? Wasn't you outside?
Good and evil. If I want to be outside tomorrow,
I was outside. You outside. There you go. But at the end of the day, watch. I know. At the end of the day, you got a choice. You got a choice. You choose to go out there. Ain't nobody forcing you. You choose. You say, you know what? I'm living my life. I want to do what I want to do. Right? Don't think about the consequence.
I just want you to know I have to honor the victims of narcissist abuse. And so some of them don't have a choice and they are outside and they don't want to be outside. So, you know, we have to remain flexible in everything that we're saying because
right.
Everything don't work for us. So when we just center in onto our perception, we're not honoring somebody else's.
Right.
So we can only see it from our viewpoint. And many people and many of my clients who suffer from narcissist abuse, they cannot control their lives because they loved in their heart space, and now they are being manipulated, and because of safety they have to do things that they may not have a choice to do because they do not know how to break free from that. And so we have to honor everybody's perception.
They're in bondage.
But it's theirs.
They're in bondage.
I mean, it's,
you know
it's
that,
what's
right?
for them.
A
It's for them.
narcissist, they're in bondage. So how, if they're in bondage, how do they break free from that? But I can tell you this: they grew into that. A narcissist, they grew into that. They were groomed into that. Somebody groomed them into that.
I just want you to know that we always want to hold space for all groups and all people, because we do not know what is unless we have experienced it. So we cannot speak on how something happened unless, so I was telling one of my clients the other day, I was like, you're not bothering me. I will coach you for all your life because I am an expert in this. I have experienced narcissism in all different forms. And so I'm qualified to talk about it. It's not something I just went to school for. I have experienced it. So you're helping me as a client further educate myself because this is real time of information. So I'm not going to say I'm not a narcissist, so I don't know how the hell they became that way. Now I have ideas, but I can't tell you. I can share with you what some of them have told me, but that ain't my path nor my journey. I only understand it as a victim of narcissism abuse. So I want you to keep it open, that you got to be mindful about perspectives, experiences, and roles.
Okay, so in other words, let me give you an example then, so you can understand where I'm coming from too. I've never been an alcoholic, and I've been through things in my life that drove me to drink myself to sleep, but I never became an alcoholic. I've never done drugs. I've been around drugs. My parents never been around drugs. I never seen them, shall I say, around drugs, doing drugs, right? But I can tell you what can happen to you, and I've never been an alcohol. If you constantly drinking, you wake up and you having a drink. You drinking all day, every day. I can tell you what, I've never experienced that, but I can tell you about what it can lead to.
And me as Pierre's heart,
but I never experienced it. Now I'm just going back. I'm just going based on what you said. I never experienced it, but based on the knowledge that I know, guess what? I can tell you the road that you're going to go down.
I understand that, but me sitting here in my shoes, I can say, "Boy, you an alcoholic. You an alcoholic. You drink more than once every 6 months. Boy, you an alcoholic." I can say that. You see what I'm saying? That's the perception.
But that doesn't negate. That does no. But you got to look. There is, when you say somebody's an alcoholic, you have to have evidence, proof that they are alcoholic. Not because you said them. That's what I'm saying. See?
Okay,
that's my point.
I want to tap into this while we're here, okay? So you drink and you said all those things, and you may not view yourself as an alcoholic. But because I only take a drink maybe once a year or once every 6 months, I may consider you an alcoholic. And there may be disagreement in that co-creation because of our perceptions, okay? And so this is why, why my name is so important, because when you know my name, you know the numbers to my name, and it specifically tells you who I am. And this is added up in numbers, and numbers don't lie. And so because our language has been changed, and because we view all these things from a certain type of aspect, it does not give a clear understanding. And so this is something that you commonly experience, and we're going to do an example as a relationship. A woman and a man are together, and a woman says, "You don't love me." And the man says, "I love you." And she says, "You do not love me." And the reason why they cannot come to agreement within this co-creation is because even though the word is love, both of them are defining it different.
Yep. But yeah, you're right. I agree.
That's called love language. You do know that, right? That's called love language. Everybody has different love language. Everybody has different love language. You're right. Yeah. So that's where it's important to get to know, the individual. That's why it's important to get to know the individual.
Everybody
so we talk about early. We talk about spirits. That's why we always talk about. Look, like-minded, like spirits. You got it, so you can understand one another. You could communicate. But now, when you don't have that, guess what? You have an unbalance. You can't be dealing with the evil spirits versus the good spirits. It's unbalanced.
Let me ask you.
We talking about the topic is evil. Ask me anything you want to ask me.
So I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree. And I'm in a cycle in my life where I'm really not honoring a statement that you can be both. You can be both. You want the good parts of me, but you don't want the bad parts of me. You want me to come and show up and be a boss and execute in this way, but you don't like when I be a little aggressive. You don't understand the duality in which there is no separation as above, so below. I am a farmer. I need seeds, I need water, I need soil and
sun.
Yes, and sun. And so my brand is sex, seed, and soil. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Plant something. Sex, seed, and soil. And so there are many people who will be in relationship, be your supervisor, be observers of you. And they will ask you to not be these certain things, but they want these certain things. And so that's part of what Lady T was talking about. Don't ask me for the cake if you don't want all the goddamn ingredients. And so what you're telling me is, while I'm baking this amazing ass cake, which is a vanilla pound, and it melt in your mouth, you telling me I only want the positive parts and not the negative parts. God damn it, I need flour, sugar, I need the dry ingredients, and I need the milk and the butter, and I mix all of that together to give you this cake. You have no right to ask me to divide that and give you positive and negative, because these things work together. And so you want this bomb cake, you know what I'm saying? But your perception of you don't like the wet ingredients.
Hold on now. Now I'm about to break it down to you. Since you use the cake for an analogy, right? At the end of the day, you said good and bad. It's all mixed in together, right? Let's break it down then now. Guess what? There's a process that gets finished product. So you have to complete that process so you can get the whole cake, so it can be nice and fluffy. So you have to do the certain things so it can be completed. So where is it going to have a bad cake? Where you gonna have a bad cake at? Guess what? If you don't put enough flour in it and enough rising agent, it will not rise. So guess what? The cake is going to be bad. So you have to have the right components so you can have the right cake. The great cake.
I just want to go back to what Lady.
So you have to have the right components so you can have the good cake.
I want to go back to what Lady T said. So she said, you gonna go through something.
Yeah, go back to Lady T.
You're gonna go through something bad, and that's the growth, and that's the baking period, because we mixing up this negative and this positive in this pan, and we whipping that shit up, and you're gonna go through a process of growth, which is the baking it, and then you're gonna enjoy, and this is a key to life. You're gonna enjoy that cake. It's gonna be good. It's gonna melt on your mouth, and you're gonna be like, damn, it reminds me of my grandma. But guess what? When you eat that cake, your ass be done sat at my table and ate that whole goddamn cake, and what I gotta do? I gotta go back to the goddamn mixing bowl and whip that shit up again. And it's another process of learning and a cycle to get your ass some.
Okay, watch this. Okay,
that was a good one. That was a good
one. Since you said the cake, right? Okay, you put them shells in that cake, and I'm eating that cake, and next thing I knew, I got that shell, and I'm like, yo, what is this? I got this shell in the cake is flat. It's good. It's no good. It's over. I don't want no cake. You got the shells on the cake. Look good, but you got all those shells. I'll be like,
you expected shells, though.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
No, I ain't expecting no shells. Hey, she talking about that making that good old cake. You got to make it right. It's got to be done right. Guess what? You can make a cake. It looks good on the outside, but then when you take a bite of it, it got those shells in it. Come on, it's got to be done right. And it can't be done wrong. It can't be done fast. Baking, because in baking, it takes precise. You got to be precise on the measurements. If it tell you put a tablespoon, you have to put a tablespoon. You put more, guess what? It's shot. You want to make a cake fluffy, you have to have the right ingredients. Come on now, don't go to this. That's why it's called What's Cooking. I love it when you put that. Come on, when you put a food into it, because guess what? It's got to be right. It's got to be done right. You can make chocolate cake so many different ways. Different flavors, but at the end of the day, it gotta be a chocolate cake. You gotta have the right icing. You can't have the wrong. You can't put watch this. You can't have chocolate cake and put strawberry icing on it. You can, but is it gonna be real tasty? No, it depends on the person's perception, like you said, right?
It'd be just my luck that you go out in the world and you go through this pathway of another layer of experience. And I'm baking you chocolate cakes, and I'm making it just the way that you want to make it. And you will go out into this world, and you will be amongst the people, and you will gain information and knowledge in which I have not gained or seen or experienced while I was at home whipping up chocolate cakes for you. And then one day, because you have altered and transformed and accepted a different understanding, that same thing that you thought was good and you enjoyed and it was amazing and it was good to your palate, your ass gonna come in there and tell me that you want this shit gluten-free. This is life. It's not good for you no more.
Gluten-free.
You're gonna tell me now, gluten, that white flour shit you got, you better get paleo flour. You better go get almond flour. You better go get gluten-free, because that white flour you using is evil. It comes from the devil. That's what you do. Now I gotta go back. I gotta go back to the balancing, because now I gotta try this new almond flour, this new different type banana flour, whatever flour. And guess what? When I go back to make your cake, it might not be a proper mix. Those ingredients or those numbers that I used to work out for this amazing product, when I make it now, the numbers ain't adding up. It ain't coming out fluffy like it used to. It ain't good to your palate. So now what I gotta go do? Not only
you gotta make sure it's right. That's what you gotta do. Make sure it's right. Make sure it's right and good. That's what you gotta do. Make sure it's right and good. Pay attention to the ingredients. Pay attention to what God is telling you.
And in life, I be like,
the right ingredient for the right cake.
It ain't right. It ain't right if it ain't white.
Conversation, boy.
It ain't right if it ain't white. But this is how it is when you're dealing with different energies, you're dealing with different frequencies, you're dealing with people going out into the world and gaining the knowledge that they are gaining and the experiences and how they want to shed their skin and evolve into the new creation, which is trying to become their higher self. And so when you talk about the choice, normally you'll see a married couple and you may go home, you know, you a chef, you know, you go out in the world and you decide what ain't good for us no more. I might not feel like that's not good for us. This is why most marriages don't work, because what you believe and what I believe is not going to be always the same. And so that's why I use the word co-creation. That's why I use the word co-creation.
Be careful.
I love the word co-creation because I do not like to compromise, because everybody uses the word compromise, but this is why I speak another language. And this is why the vibration of the languages in which I speak are important to me, because co-creation is such the most united word and it's respectful to everybody. Because when I choose to compromise myself in a relationship, you need to compromise more. How much am I going to compromise of myself? How much am I going to walk away from myself to compromise for another? How much am I going to walk away from my purpose in which I was called here in this divine gift that God has given me? And God has already made up most of the dirt that I will experience that is going to help me to grow and experience and help me help others. How much am I going to sacrifice that in a compromise?
Beautiful. So true.
Well, first of all, you say compromise. You don't like to compromise? Is that what you said? I just make sure I heard that clearly. Is that what you said? You don't like to compromise?
I said I do not like the word compromise. I do not want to compromise myself. Words are power. Words are spells. Words are creations. I love to exist.
So what do you?
In
so
a
you
co-creation, to co-create with others in this physical realm. I prefer to co-create. I do not like to compromise. I want to operate out of alignment, free will, and positive energy and negative energy, and growing and experiencing to create a harvest in which we shall lead a legacy. I do not like to compromise.
Well, as I'm looking at your name, and I'm just trying to figure something out. You are a queen, right? Are you not? Hello, are you a queen?
I mean, the question to me is disrespectful, because
I want to ask a question.
And you know,
are you a queen?
Like, how dare you insult who I am? Like, you're asking me to get off my throne, which is why I paused for a second. The audacity of you to ask me what I am. So, I'm going to say,
are you a queen?
Me asked again.
Are you a queen? Are you a queen? I thought a queen has a king, and the king ultimately, you do have to compromise with your king. So when you say compromise, I do think a queen compromises with her king. No matter what I say, but compromises has to be a part of your relationship.
I'm androgynous. I don't have to have a king. I am androgynous. I am just as above as so below.
You're not a queen.
I am a woman. I am a queen.
Oh, you're not a queen. I just want to know, was you a queen? That's it, huh? You gotta have a king to be a queen.
She was offended by the question.
No, why? What you? So are you? So another? If she's not a queen, she's a princess. Okay, princess. All right. Okay. Oh, like Jesus. Somebody said, "Oh, I got to get this one." Hold on. Somebody said, "Wow."
Thank you.
All
Thank
queens
you.
don't have kings.
Look, I'm sitting up here looking
Well,
for the word.
So if wait,
So
wait a
a
minute,
queen
I just
is
want to know,
a monarch.
queens are
Yeah,
is
that's what I
royalty.
was. It's still. It's still.
Guess what? They are royalty, and guess what? Before you become a queen, right? What are you?
I just wanna go back to Queen Nzinga, okay? Queen Nzinga is an amazing queen who has protected her father's kingdom, and she has queened it on her own. Now, yes, does she go to marry a king so she can get extra manpower to secure her kingdom? Yes, she does. But she is the high priest, the shaman, the queen, and the king on her own.
The female monarch. The monarch.
Okay,
That's
look,
what female monarch. He has her empire.
Okay, all I'm saying. All right, well, okay. So what I'm saying to you is this: I said before you become a queen, right? You are what? What is she? She has to be something before she becomes a queen. She just don't. Oh, I'm a queen. So talk to me. Come on. You didn't have. She said Queen Victoria didn't have a king.
Let me calm down because I didn't think you.
Yeah, we talk about.
I didn't think you had the audacity to ask me that question, but we're gonna give grace. Okay?
What question?
We're gonna give grace.
What question?
Yes.
You'd hate
What's great? Grace.
Say la.
So we're gonna give you grace.
We're gonna give you grace.
What?
We're gonna forgive them,
Father.
What
is that?
They do not know what they do.
We're gonna forgive them, Father, for they do not know.
I didn't commit a sin.
Let me answer your question.
Yeah,
I do not have to compromise.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
And the reason why I do not have to compromise is because when the king, who is the king, who is he who sent him, knows his rightful place, and he would never address me in such a way because he would understand the understanding of a woman, which is my womb, which is for me to transform his seed in all levels and realm, and he would understand and already know because he has been taught, guided, and raised up in manhood training to understand that I am a co-creator, and there is no disrespect to question me if I am a queen.
Wow, girl, gave me chills.
Well, I'm going to ask you again, and don't tell me I disrespect you, because I asked you, was you a queen for a purpose?
Oh God, she answered the question.
Give me a second. Spirit is calling me. I'll be with you in a minute.
Oh God.
What the word? And then somebody said, so they asked the question. Look, I said, what are you before you're a queen? She said, a princess. Yes, you're a princess.
A princess.
So yeah, that's what I'm just trying to figure out how. See, this whole thing about perception. This whole thing is about perception. You're gonna just be a queen without a king. I don't know that. But see, that's when you think about the terminology. When you really look at it, we look at it in the dictionary and we saying, oh, what a queen is. But guess what? But technically, a queen can't be a queen without a king.
Yeah. So did you not know that or something?
You can't be a queen without a king.
No, that's not true. It's a female. Female. Listen. Who gave the example of the father who came? Their father has the empire, and she is now the queen. Like that. She's taken over her father's empire. Whoever put something on there.
Hold on, wait. If the father does not have a wife.
Well, let's say the wife died.
Of the father is
the queen.
The daughter of the father is a princess.
Okay, but she could be made. She will be made queen when her father dies.
No, guess what? That is my point exactly. No, she will not. They would they will like this. They will ordain her as the queen because she's the next kin. If he don't have a son,
Right.
Let's say the king did not have a son. Okay, if the king did not have a son, the next in kin would be the daughter, and then she would be the queen of the heir. That's how it is. But you're not gonna have no queen without no king.
I'm gonna look it up because I want to know.
Yeah, and you can look it up. Oh, trust me. I ain't just talking because I got lips. That's how it happened. Because when the son he's the next heir to the father, he becomes the next king. I know you don't watch TV, so yeah, I don't. All my viewers that like what's that show? Oh, I can't even get it. It was big. That's you looking it up?
I am, and it says yes, that a woman can become a queen without a king. Whether a woman becomes a queen depends on the system of monarchy in place or her position within the royal lineage. But that's my point. You do not.
I said it. If the father, no, listen. If the father do not have sons, the daughter is next heir. So because she's a woman, she will be a queen. That is the circumstance. There's nobody to take
there's more than one. I feel like there's more than one in that.
Just read it. No, you just read it. That is true. I'm not saying that's not true. That's true. Good. That's how it go. My daughter, when listen, just like this. Look, my daughter carry my last name. When she get married, she no longer carry my last name. That's the same thing. We take it from that and we look at let's go there. She no longer carries my last name. She carries the man that she's going to marry. But until she gets married, she's going to be my last name.
But
same thing. So let's take it another step, right? If I don't have any sons, right? Who is going to be the heir of my throne? My daughter, my kingdom, my daughter. So she won't be a princess anymore. She'll be a queen because it's nobody else to take control of the kingdom. So that's why it's like grandfather in, basically. She will become a queen because there is nobody else.
Oh, sucky. Oh, sucky.
Well, hold on.
She's back.
Who that bell for?
You're not here, but I gotta make sure I'm protected.
Man, what is that?
She's doing her protection right now.
That?
She's doing her protection for your question.
Man.
But look,
I don't know what that means. Well, what is that?
That's her protection. Queen Elizabeth I of England and Queen Elizabeth II of United Kingdom. They reigned as independent rulers and they did not have husbands. They did not get their queenship from them being husbands. So I'm just giving you the most recent, that history. But there are other queens that, did not have kings.
I just want to let you know, you need to.
The royalty came from where?
You need to further educate yourself, Chef Dennis. You need to further educate yourself.
Yes, indeed.
Further educate yourself.
No, because guess what? So you want to bring all that, right? I'm a king, sweetheart. Educate me. I'm a chief.
A king.
A king of my. Listen, I'm a king. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm a king.
A king.
Yeah, that's right.
People does.
Yeah, I got a queen too.
That's right. The people do. The people tell him he's a queen.
What that bell mean?
The people of
dinner time
king chooses the king.
That's right.
You are a true king, and a king never says
I'm
the king because he never questions his power. Because
why don't he?
At his feet, and he already know himself true enough. He does not.
I want nobody to come. Hold up, the king. Jesus is my king. So I want to make sure you know that though. Jesus is my king. my King, my Lord,
Jesus is an idea.
and my Savior
He's not a
first.
king.
I'm a king of my house, my house. That's it. Okay. I'm a king over here.
Kibwe, am I saying it right?
Believe that.
Kibwe. You started something, girl. You started it.
Yeah, it's Mama Kibwe. Mama
Me and him had,
Kibwe.
I think the last conversation we had.
What's that you got on?
My adornment.
What is that you have on? I want to know what that is.
What are you talking about specifically? I have many things on. What are you talking about specifically?
Headdress. What's that called?
That is my crown.
You have
That
a
is the
hat
crown.
on. You have a
It's a very beautiful crown. I love it.
Cheeky.
Say it again.
Okay, for one, you have a hat on. So you have a hat. What is hat? Yeah, what is that called?
Oh, it's really.
I have a crown.
Your crown.
I have a crown on.
Your crown.
I have a crown on.
What she said? She said that's a crown.
Yes, Yabo.
And what you have on? What is this called? Do you have on? What is that called?
It is my shawl. You know how when your grandmother go up in the pulpit and she get the preaching and she put her robe on?
Oh, your shawl.
Yeah. You know, I don't know the scriptures like I used to when we used to go to church, but you know she supposed to have the crown to protect her head.
The robe, yeah.
The breastplate of God to shield her heart, and you know the other pieces better than I do. But yes. And so the thing about it is I want you to understand you have to respect people in their purpose and their calling, and you shall receive them, and you shall not place judgment on them, because you do not want judgment to be placed on you. And so we had a conversation before, and I told you, I love you, I respect you, but I do not seek to understand what you believe, and I do not seek for you to understand what I believe unless it's a desire.
Mm-hmm. What is it called? Knock. How you say it?
Look,
I kept trying. I was thinking like how to say it right. I learned a little bit, but I forgot. You know, I need to get back into that because that's very powerful. The Ankh was very powerful.
And that is because the woman is at her rightful place and all of that stuff. I respect and I honor all that you have shared. But just as a moment of enlightenment, I want you to understand those are some of the things that we should educate our sons and our daughters to unlearn. You know, we go by a book, which is the Bible, which is the King James Version, which was originally written. The author originally wrote a witchcraft book. And we do not seek to understand who we are, where we come from, and all of the greatness that is within us. So when we have to talk about that, there is mockery amongst that. But the mockery is not an insult to me. It is an insult to you because you have not discovered yourself. Yay, Bo.
So true. That did you know that part? That what is his name? King James, he wrote a book about witchcraft. Did you know that? Yeah, you keep putting these books up now. You're not saying anything.
I just want to share this information with you. Those books are great. I want to congratulate you along your journey. But here is the one thing that I want to make sure that you're mindful of. We should only be reading things that are written by us. We have been studied. We have been dissected. In mortuary science, I realized how much science was being taken from us for creation. So you should only be feeding your soul from scholars who look like you.
Yeah, that's so true.
So let me now, you said a mouthful. Now let me enlighten you on something. Now this is you speak very well, and I like that. But here is the thing. If you truly believe what you said, that the knowledge that is supposed to be for you is going to be for you. God is going to give you the knowledge that you need so you'll be able to navigate in this world. On good ground, on bad ground, you'll be able to navigate. So the education that you require, that you desire, God will give you that education that you need. Okay, so all that extra stuff, that's great, but see, I walk where God is going to give me the things that I need, and I don't walk on eggshells for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I say that with true love, and the things that I'm learning now is God has opened those doors for me to learn these things, so I'll be able to speak to people on different levels, not just about race. It's about levels. It's about educating myself so I can be well equipped, because God he says in his word, right? Show thyself approved, because there are things I can't talk about because I'm not ready to talk about. So this right now, this is the place where I'm right now. I'm learning to do that. God is allowing me to do this. This is the platform that he has opened up my eyes, opened up my heart to be transparent as well as education, because I have to learn how to talk to people and not be offensive. And now I'm being serious. Like you family, so I'm not speaking to discredit anything that you're doing or just to down you, because that's not the platform that I have. That's not what I do. So I truly say this openly and publicly. I love you because you my family. So this is not to laugh and giggle and play and to tear you down. So don't ever think that. And I say this because there are a lot of people watching, because I don't put on a show. Like, I love you. Like, you have grown from a little girl to a grown woman. Like, we can laugh and joke, but when it comes down to real serious business, I mean serious business. And I know that you on a path, you on a journey about your business. You know what I'm saying? So let's put aside the jokes and the theatrics, because I'm being serious. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I mean? You have grown into this, this light, it's shining. You know what I'm saying? So just know that, okay? I just want to say that to you. So don't ever think the things that you have endured. Nobody listen. Huh?
Thank you.
Look, here's the thing. Before I want to say this. Before you judge, before you judge someone,
I said it in Swahili.
I heard you. I heard you. Don't be interrupting me. I said, before you judge someone about their anger, ask them about their pain. Did you hear me?
I did.
Did you hear what I said? Before you judge someone about their anger, ask about their pain. And some people don't do that. They're quick, and we talk about judgment all the time. But people are so quick to judge people on their anger, but does not ask them about their pain.
I love that,
because everybody, like, we all sit here, we all go through something, and that's when, because you got a mad face, they don't take the time out to really get to know you. They just looking like, this person look mad, look evil. I can't stand this person, Lady T. Oh, she looks so mad. No, because you know what, T? They never asked about your pain. They never asked what's going on. They just quick to judge you on how you look, how you talk. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with me. It was like that. I was so aggressive all the time, and I didn't realize that I had to bring it down a notch. I had to take it down a notch, because everybody's not ready for that energy that I have, that loving spirit that I have. Everybody's not ready for that. So sometimes I got to take it down a notch. I got to be like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Got to bring it down, because I'm very hyper. And that hyperness can block me from bringing my message across.
I want to say congratulations to you. I love whom you are, and your soul is amazing, and you are doing amazing things, and you are going to make a difference and an impact on the world and healing people in your own way. Your path is the path of your own, Your enlightenment is the enlightenment in your own. All of these experiences which you are given will help you create what you are supposed to create. The next thing I want to say is I honor all of you women on this platform, and I honor all of you men on this platform as well. And I know, I love you too. And you are my amazing cousin. You are one of my first providers and protector until I discovered that I can protect myself. I still need providers and protectors. But I just want to say, if I could say anything differently from what you said, I honor your perspective and what you just said. But before, we should ask about people's pain, but we should not judge. And only a woman can truly tap into that. Now, not only a woman, because men possess masculine and feminine energy if they choose to honor the feminine in them. This will bring the balance between, which is why you see me bring my out. That is about co-creation. There is no compromising. There is no competition. And so we should ask people about their pain, and then we should nurture them. We should heal them. We should love them. We should seek to understand them. And we shall nurture them that they will be so deeply planted in our love that they will come full and abundant again, that they shall harvest, because we are creating legacy. And there is no battle between if I'm a man's queen or not, because I am woman. I am creator. I am a helpmate. But because of what has been given to us in the low frequency and the low information, we are being hunted to be possessed, to be devalued, to be humiliated, and to not be honored for our power, and to be asked on this quest to submit. And we are not able to be rightfully nurturers to create the balance and the healing in which we were placed with the first Adam. Helpmates. I am a woman. I am androgynous.
That's right. I love it.
Hey, yo.
I love it. That's right. I love it.
You been to Africa before?
I love being a Christian. I love being a Christian because that was my dirt.
No, that's not what I said. No. I said, have you been to Africa before?
No, I have not been to
Africa. You been to Africa?
Not yet.
Where you going?
So I am.
Not yet?
So I am actually, I have been sent for, but I have not made the trip, because you have to be all the way prepared. And the reason I didn't make the trip, because I didn't think I was coming back. And I still had some caregiving and some responsibilities and some healing and some unveiling of myself. Because when I go to Africa, I want to be received well. Now, I am working towards getting my career transferred to Africa. And God has spiritually allowed me to meet the person that I want to work for, the office and the managers and all of those things. So yes, I want to live in abundance. So when I go to Africa, I want to go to live in Africa. Many of those whom I already know live in Africa. But yes, I have traveled to the world to gain experience. But I also want you to understand, just as well as farmhouses in me, Africa is in me. So it does not matter. This is my DNA. So where I am, what I believe, what I feel, I am nothing but a spirit in a body, which is a car, a Ka, similar to a car transporting through a realm. As above, so below. So we're looking at all of these things on the surface. So I have been many places. And yes, I have been to Africa in spirit. I have been to Africa in my books, and I have been in Africa when I learned how to become a mortician, which had led me to many other spiritual initiations of coming to self.
Oh, look at her. She
So,
growing
Mama
up.
Kiwe, what
Kiss
tribe
her.
are we from?
Say that again. Say that
I
again.
said, Mama Kiwe, what tribe are we from? What tribe are we from?
In this level of enlightenment, I actually wanted to pull out something for you. And in this level of enlightenment, I would say we are bringing forth unity, peace, and uniting and co-creating. So I'm going to say we are from no tribes because we no longer want to be divided. We will not address or acknowledge any tribe, for we are one people. We are nothing more than a seed that has been planted, that has populated all over the world in creation, because we are supposed to be fruitful and multiply. So I am from DC.
But you said
You
said you from out.
You're challenging me. You're challenging me.
You from what?
I am from DC, and I can be considered.
What?
I am many things. I am all things. I am a hood nigga too. So, and you an alcoholic. So, you a podcast host. You a podcast host. Sometimes you a reverend up there at the church. Hallelujah. And sometimes you dancing and drinking. You are all things. I do not judge any of those things that you are. That is the good, that is the bad in which you consider, but it is the balance. It is as above, so below. I'm not going to hold you to why you over here podcasting and blasphemy, because you know you're supposed to be in there on your knees about to get ready for tomorrow's sermon. I won't do that. I won't do that.
Lord have mercy.
I honor all of us.
Lord Jesus. What in the world is going on here? The queen she's a queen.
She is a queen.
Look, huh?
She is a queen.
You're right. She a real queen. She a real queen.
That's right.
Buddha be praised. Buddha be praised. Salah.
Huh? What'd he say?
Salah. Salah.
Yeah. I don't know what he means. So.
What language?
Amen.
Oh, okay.
Amen. You know I said it. You know what I said. Don't. What religion? What you doing over there?
I'm looking at my notes.
What you doing over here?
I'm looking at my notes.
I wasn't going off my notes.
Lord have mercy.
Checking everything.
So I know we had two topics that we was going to discuss.
I know, right? Right. Jesus. What's that? What's the other topic? Good. What's up?
Okay, so I want to make sure that I am helping the viewers and amazing people today. So here are some things. Like, if you ever come to DC or you're here locally, they have something called the Mount Vernon Plantation. It is an amazing place where slaves have done such great work. Most people don't understand that is where the library of slaves are. Records are kept, and it talks about the different slaves, where they are captured, and how much they paid, and then where they went. If you're ever in Virginia, there's a school called Laurel Grove. It's the first color school in Springfield, and people went to school there, and then they migrated to DC to further their education. And many of those whom remained here and reside here currently. And so if you ever able to Google these things, to just read some things about it. I know a lot of you go on Ancestry.com, and Ancestry.com, they want your DNA. A lot of people want our DNA. When I was in funeral service, I discovered how powerful our DNA is. You beautiful, amazing women, they want your placenta. If you are able to capture your placenta and keep it for yourself. All of us here, all of our grandparents, their placentas are buried on the farm. They were sacredly birthed by midwives. These are some of the original things that are very important to us. When we talk about devices, what are devices? Because we talked about devices today. Devices are things that are created by our melanin. So it is very important that you safeguard your blood, your organs, and all these things that are associated with your energy and your temple. We have traveled the world amongst good and evil. And when we talk about evil, a lot of things have been pulled from us. So call back your energy so that you may be able to become balanced, whole, and healed. I just wanted to make that announcement. I'm sorry, y'all.
It was good. Wonderful. Great advice. Wonderful guidance. It was great. I love this. You should come back again. Please do, because we need to hear this. This is a good talk.
A book, if you all ever want, we were talking about, it's some other things we supposed to talk about, but we ain't get to it. We got to scrap it out sometimes. But there is a book called Ma'at that you all can buy. And that book, let me see, who's the author of that book? That is...
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Yabo Baba. Yabo.
Ma'at. Yes. Remember reading
Ma'at. Umbuko Bako.
M-A-apostrophe-A-T.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to comment in the chat.
Go to comments.
I see it. I'm on the right, but I don't have typing capability yet. Join chat.
Do it from your phone, or do it from.
So the author is Baba Kilimanjaro.
No,
that is a good
no, you go into yeah.
And so, what did I love the best about being a Christian? I love the 10 Commandments, and I want you to understand that I was commanded to do things, just like the king here tell me to do. And then I discovered the 42 laws of Ma'at, and then I became a non-religious person, and I became a spiritual person because this body is a temple. And so I want you to understand that much of what he said is true. And I'm so happy for him along this journey. But God speaks to you. Listen to what God has to say to you. There are some amazing things that God is telling you, and you may have not been able to tap into it. You may think that you are crazy. You may not receive the validation because a prophet is not known in his town. I'm going to say that again. A prophet is not known in his town. Some of y'all don't see that. There are some amazing things that you are downloading and experiencing from your creator yourself, and you have in your heart and the desire to create these things and manifest these things, which is why I spoke earlier about the importance of the word co-creation. A lot of us have compromised ourselves and we will not share the thing. Remember when we had the conversation about the Bible? And I asked you, when the new Bible coming out? Because God's still talking to people. Do you remember
that? The devil still speaks too. The devil speaks too.
Duality. We live in a duality world.
Cunning.
The thing about it
is very cunning.
Who is the devil? Because the devil, I've never seen the devil, but I've seen him in
the people. Deceiver.
I've seen the devil.
The deceiver.
I seen. So let me. Okay. So hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
The spirit.
Okay.
Spirit. You seen him in people. You only can see the spirit in a person.
Let's see how good you
can't
are.
see it.
You know,
That's what you see.
both of y'all was in church longer than me. So I want you to tell the people, tell them if you know what section of the Bible this come from. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge because you have rejected. I reject you from being a priest to me. This is the part of when we go to church and he say, my people perish because of the lack of knowledge.
And you want to know the scripture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'll have to look that up.
So it's Hosea 4:6.
Okay.
And so the thing is how many people who have been reading the Bible their whole life and they never really read any other books? How many?
It's a lot.
Hold on. Look, and that's why I said to you earlier. God said in his word, show thyself approved. Because you have to educate yourself. You not only just that, you have there are words in the Bible that are translated into English. You have to learn the Hebrew text. You have to learn the Latin text. That's when you educate yourself. That's when you further your knowledge.
So when
not
I start
on your
speaking
own,
Hebrew
but
to
you have
me,
to.
to you gonna speak back because you practicing?
But you got that's what you practicing now. Do you know how to speak Spanish? No.
Yeah, I've been
You
know
don't.
how to speak Spanish.
No.
Yeah.
Say a sentence in Spanish, please. Say a sentence in Spanish, please.
If I say
That's all. We done. We done. You stuttered already. I won't hear nothing.
Muy grande bicho.
I'm done with you, yo. I'm done. Get out of here, man. Listen, that is about a wrap right there. That's a wrap.
That was perfect.
That's a wrap.
That was perfect.
That's perfect, yo. I'm done. Hey, listen, guys. We gonna have to end this show on that one right there. She said, "What the fuck, Lord? Listen, we about to have some church up here for real, Lord. Jesus.
I'm still a woman.
What was that?
That's right.
Jesus Christ.
So yes, I did use to speak Spanish 15 years ago, and I was fluent. But I stopped. I put that aside of me. I still speak poquito Espanol. But I'm more concerned about learning the languages that apply to me.
Yes.
Yeah. That's not gonna help me.
Yeah, that's what you better do. That's it. Yeah. Kucha Chakalia. Yeah.
So now I speak Swahili and Hebrew. I want to know the numbers because numbers don't lie.
Right.
I want to be so deeply rooted in myself. Mm-hmm. It's so much that we don't know about ourselves.
Look, he's trying to end it. He said, I love you.
See.
Oh, yeah. I love you. And we are going to end this show on that note. And we love. Oh, what in the world? What is that? What the heck happened? Uh-oh.
Say that.
Somebody ringing that bell. Lord.
Say that.
All right. Salah.
Deuces.
Listen, guys, we'll be here tomorrow at 6:30. Peace. We out of here.